Filmmakers, you did it. You made a video. You've spent hours filming, hours editing, putting it all together in just the right way. And then now you are ready to share this with the world. And the way that we're going to have you do it in class is the way that I'll show you right now. So on your video project that you've been working on, I would, first of all, watch it one more time. And so go preview, watch it all the way through, go full screen and watch the whole thing. How does it look? Are things lined up the way that you wanted? There's no unexpected, like, oh, I forgot to do that, or oh, that part's on the screen a little bit too much. I want to trim that video. So go through and watch it one more time and see if there's anything else that you need to fine tune. Well, once you're confident that this video is what you envisioned and it's the best work that you have, then you're ready to publish it. And so what you're going to do is basically like export this into a video. Now you can still go back and make changes, but whatever thing that you export now is done. You can't change that. You could always go back and still re-edit things and export it a second time if you want to. If you're like, oh, I forgot to do this, and then you just have like, now you're gonna have like then two copies of your video. One's like an old one and then a newer one. But that's if you need to do that. So first, make sure you've named your video. So again, if you haven't done that, you want to rename it. And actually, you can do that by first clicking on the Finish button. And so when you click on Finish, you'll see there's some different options for thumbnails. Now, if you're like, oh, I wanted a thumbnail to show that one exact part of my video, you can always go back and click and drag your cursor to exactly the part. So it's like, oh, I really want it to be, I want my thumbnail to be that. I want there to be an option for that to be the little thumbnail image that shows up when people want to click on my video. You can drag it there, and it should work then if you click on your three bars and hit save. Then when you go back and you hit finish, that should be one of the options then. But otherwise, it just like randomly picks three parts of your video. So you might want to go back and pick exactly the right part that you want it to be the thumbnail, drag your cursor there, and then hit save. And then when you come back, it should give the option to have that as your thumbnail. Then you want to name your video. So am I naming mine? Raindrops, probably. And you might want to put by and your name so that when your teacher goes to look at it, they can always know exactly who that belonged to. And you want it to be the video, so not just audio. That is possible if you just want to have an audio version, but we're not worried about that. And then you want it to be the highest quality. So click on HD, of course. We want it to look as crisp and clear as possible. Now, for some reason today, and I don't know if it just recently changed, there's no longer the Google Drive option on my screen. And I don't know if that's a permanent change, but if it does say that there's a Google Drive option, I would click on that option because then it will export one directly into your school account's Google Drive and you have access to that video. Then it's kind of, that export is then saved not only in WeVideo, but then also on your Google Drive. And so you'll click on that and then you hit export. And this will take a few minutes longer. The longer your video is, the longer that it takes. But it's going to start what they call rendering your video. It's kind of like they're processing it and making it into a final piece. So you wait on that. Now, what you're waiting for is for there to be a link that pops up. And it says, you know it's the right link if the word view is in the link. But it'll be like WeVideo, blah, 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 number, and then view. That's the one you're looking for. So you want to wait until you have that because that's the link that you're going to share with your classmates and with your teacher. If you can always then go back to the editor, but I'm going to go back and open. Yes, I'm going to go back to the editor. And if I go back to my projects and all my stuff as it's thinking, oh, I'm all the way back here now. And if I go to my projects, I can also go to my exports. And so if you go to exports, when yours is done, it should be there. Now this one hasn't finished yet, so you can see it like doesn't show it. But I do have the link. So it says WeVideo. If I click on that, let me go back and do that one more time. If I find mine, I can click on Raindrops. And you'll see the link at the top. And that's the link that you can copy and paste and share with your teacher, with however they want you to share that. There is also an option, and it should show up, but I think it's because my video isn't finished yet, where you can also download. And so here's one that is finished. It's one of my previous videos. And you can see there's this download button. I'm not sure why it's disabled, but you should be able to download your video to your laptop or whatever it is that you want to, and have that as an option, so that then you can have it saved on your laptop. Then if maybe you have a YouTube channel, you want to upload your video to that, you can then move it to a different place. But it's good to have sort of the file as well. So it's not just whatever's existing on the internet, you have that file saved somewhere. But as long as you can share that link with your teacher so that then your teacher can see it, that is what you're looking for, to be finished with your project. And then you're done. You have your video finished. You might then want to go watch it and make sure it looks the same, the same as you intended, as it is now in the export version. But you're finished. Pat yourself on the back. Good work, and we'll look forward to watching your awesome videos, guys. Great job.